All right. What's up, you guys? UFO proof here. Um, Sorry, I was actually just testing some stuff out on StreamYard, just seeing how some features worked and everything. And then I saw a comment that popped up on there. My friend Gyro asking, "Now where the fuck are you?" This was a while ago. I didn't know that it actually sent out a notification saying that I was going live or anything. I was setting it up for later, but I wasn't actually. I was just testing out some features, and then I saw that, and now I kind of felt bad, and so I figured, okay, maybe I should go on and just maybe I should just go live then, because have other people seen like notifications of this and just been waiting for me to come on? Like I wasn't actually planning to. I was just I was just testing out some features, and so now I kind of feel like a dick. Sorry if anybody was actually waiting on me. Um, what up, Glenn? What up, Renee? How you guys doing? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, exactly. That's all I was. That's all I was doing was just testing out some features on Streamyard. I just purchased the subscription or whatever for it. Like before, I was using the free version, and now I pay for it or whatever. And so there's other features on there you get to use. So I was just just going through them to see what they are and everything. I didn't know that it sent out. I had another one of these XSplits that it's another OBS style streaming platform, and I can mess with everything on there and not have to worry about a notification being sent out that I'm going live or something. So that's it's unfortunate. What up, Paul? Hopefully you guys weren't sitting on here waiting for me for long or something. I was not even planning to do it, but since we're doing it, I guess the stuff that I was planning on doing, I guess we could just go ahead and do. Um, like yeah, one I named it, I titled it "Dim-Witted UFO Encounters." I don't think I would have actually named the episode that. I was just naming that for myself because of this article. Let me show you guys this. This is really interesting. Let's see if I can find it. All right, so hopefully you guys can you guys see my screen? Edmund F. Cool, spiritual nutrition master. This is the content. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. But if you can, I want to read something out to you. Hopefully, you guys can see this. This is some different UFO reports from North Carolina. And this is one I found very interesting. All right. So I don't know if you guys can actually read the text on there, but I'll read it out for you. This is December 7th of 2021 in Lexington, I guess, North Carolina. And so he says, this isn't the first time I've seen this. It's a recurring event that I have accepted, and now it's a regular part of my everyday life. Every day, right before the sun goes down, I'm greeted with one coming into view and then another. I have a total of at least 100 upwards or over 200 that follow me everywhere I go. Interesting. It sounds crazy. I hate explaining it because almost everyone thinks I'm delusional, but I can see perfectly. I have brilliant vision and depth perception. They are just over the trees at their highest and below the treetops at their lowest. They appear in formations and they mimic the constellations. It sounds insane, but this has been going on since early May. Up until I saw a video in New Mexico, I thought they were drones, but I started to realize that's not the case. And there's other things that's happened that I'm not going to explain that support the UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon theory, and dismantle this drone hype that some are trying to convince is the majority of these sightings. I found an article about this lady who can communicate with different beings, and I tried this and got a reaction. I failed to hear or receive or understand communication, but I did get two of them to descend below the trees at my house. and the other descended where I was at when I was at Food Lion. From what I could tell, it definitely wasn't a drone. There was, however, a tiny glowing red dot or orb that aimlessly danced or orbited this thing with no recognizable pattern or destination. I'm hoping to discover the reason as to why I was chosen to be followed or watched by these things. They stay up until right before the sun rises, and it doesn't matter where I go or how fast I go. They have absolutely no difficulty finding or keeping up with me. All right. So, did you guys catch all that? Interesting, right? So let's just break that down for a minute. Um, Basically, it sounds like to me that this idiot is looking at stars that are coming up. He's like, every day when the sun goes down, these orbs pop up, and they're in the shape of constellations, and they're there all night until the sun comes up in the morning, and then they go away. And everywhere I go, they follow me. Like everything he's explaining makes it sound like he's looking at stars, and I see this time and time again in the UFO world, where people mistake planets and stars as UFOs. Nothing to be ashamed of. I've done it a million times back in my early days of getting into UFOs. It happens to the best of us. But there are some things where it goes so far where you're just like when you get to the point where you're like, oh yeah, not only it's not just one star, but it's mimicking constellations. Like, really? It's like, oh, there's a constellation of the Big Dipper, but that's actually UFOs. See, like, that's just a little too far, man. What up, Dinkum? How you doing, buddy? No, it doesn't say what they are. You thought I was going to say clouds? No, I think they're looking at stars, man. Are you ready to go to Europe, Kyle? Europe, yeah. Why would I go to Europe? Okay, the guy won't discuss the deeper aspects of it. He's not looking at stars. This is common. I'm out of here. Thanks. How do you know the guy's not looking at stars? The UFO videos that are being shared on TikTok at the moment are way better than what third phase of moon can show. Videos on TikTok, I don't think so. I don't know about that. Actually, I wouldn't know about that because I don't watch the videos on TikTok. I have no idea. I don't get why they haven't seen them on TikTok and shared them. I haven't seen any on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. If there's good ones, let me know. So what do you guys think? I think that this guy's literally talking about stars. With everything that he said in his report, it seemed to me that he's simply discussing stars, which I understand, because when you first get into looking for UFOs, when you see stars, especially when they first start coming out, you can be easily confused. It happens to the best of us, especially early on. Maybe he lives next to an airport. True. Dude, you have to check them out. There have been trucks closing down streets, and a truck with a UFO on the back is driving fast through a town. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. I think everybody's seen that. Yeah, we're basically at World War III. Where? Where are you getting that from? Gyro, you fucking conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I mean, I've seen those videos I've seen them on YouTube or whatever online of the military drones on back of trucks that people are like, oh, it's a UFO, and they're chasing them around, and not a big deal. I see a white triangle UFO the other night. I took a picture on my phone. Oh, really? That's cool. I'd like to see that. You should share that with me. Yeah, anybody who's got any UFO videos or pictures, send them this way. I'd love to check them out. Uh, yeah, and there are some other UFO reports. Most of them aren't too bad, or they're pretty okay. But that one really gets me. There's it's some more like this is the location is Kill Devil Hills. What a cool name. And it's a real short one. It was on December 14th of 2021, saying, I was stargazing at the Pyramids and saw a formation of lights, a triangle, and a line flying parallel from north to south. I tracked it across the horizon, and it crossed in a matter of seconds. I had a feeling that it might have been bending light around it as if it were a single craft. Now that's interesting. So let's take that report there. There's not much information to go on with that, but one thing that does stick out is that he saw a formation of lights or orbs in the sky that looked like a triangle and looked like a line flying parallel with it. A lot of times, and this is not to break anyone's heart or bust any bubbles or anything, but a lot of times people, I think, get confused with birds in the sky at night. And a lot of times they think they're UFOs. It's happened to me. In fact, there's a gentleman who put out a documentary called UFO Wars. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. And most of his footage is, he got night vision and was filming, stars at night or whatever, and started seeing objects. And yes, it is true that it's great you can see a lot of UFOs using night vision. This is true. And in fact, you can see invisible UFOs using night vision because, their sensors, the infrared sensors and everything. So that is true too. However, it just so happens that a lot of the stuff that he was filming, unfortunately, was in fact birds flying at night. And he was filming them with his night vision, thinking they were UFOs. And in fact, there's one part where he's talking to somebody and showing them how to look for UFOs or look for these fleets of UFOs with the night vision. And the guy was like, well, I saw some objects in the night vision, but he's like, well, what did it look like? Did it look like a flying V with one side longer than the other? And he was like, yes. And he's like, yep, those are UFOs. And I'm like, just that alone right there. It's like, no, that's definitely a flock of birds. That's definitely like geese flying, especially when it's like one side is longer than the other. It's like a flying V, but one side is longer than the other side. It's definitely like a thing of geese or whatever flying. It's a real normal pattern for them to fly in, and it sucks because when you first get into UFOs, you see that it's hard to tell unless you're like zoomed in really close to them. They just look like little orbs of light. Unless you can get real high definition, you can't see that they're birds. You just see little orbs flying. So that's what you see. You think, oh, I'm seeing a formation of UFOs flying, when it's just, in fact, birds. I know this because it happened to me. And then it made me feel bad because I watched the guy's documentary and I realized I'm talking like maybe 70% of his UFO videos were straight up birds. And then like 10%, another 10% were satellites and shit like that. I think maybe 5% were actual UFOs. And the rest were like birds, satellites, iridium flares. I'm sure there was a couple on there that I couldn't explain. I'm sure were probably UFOs, but for the most part, he, just didn't really know what he was doing. Gyro is saying Europe, Ukraine, Syria, they have moved troops into southern parts of Japan from Russia. There is Russian troops invading Ukraine right now. They are shipping military 100,000 U.S. soldiers into Poland. Not just U.S., but German, Canadian fighter jets are coming from Turkey to be distributed to Ukraine military. Yeah, I doubt that. Maybe drones. But I doubt we're going to send soldiers over there, and we're not going to send any aircraft over there. That's a fact. You see, that's what Gyro, you got to do your homework, buddy. All right, because you have to understand how shit works for you. So you just start going and spewing those conspiracy theories, not realizing you're missing out on a bunch of the logistics. That's what really matters. All right. The Ukrainians don't have an air force. All right. They don't have military people that know how to fly fighter jets because they don't have an air force. So that's the big part you need to understand. So no, we're not shipping any jets over there, dude, because they don't know how to fly our jets. It's as simple as that, dude. But they are using drones. They do know how to fly drones remote controlly. They can do that just like anybody who knows how to fly a remote control drone, which is actually much better than I think the planes. It's not risking pilots and shit. So these Russian hypersonic weapons that can move 20 times the speed of sound. Maybe that's our tic tac now, because I mean that's something that it's what it is. It doesn't bounce around like a fucking ping pong in a glass. What up, Smooth Virus? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, those Russian hypersonic missiles aren't all they're cracked up to be. No, they're not. Really, they're not. And Smooth, I agree. Smooth Virus is saying also the Russian military sucks at like everything. Exactly. Everyone's always saying, "Oh my God, these guys are going to take over and they'll kick everyone's ass." No, they won't, dude. It's like, dude, they really suck at everything they do. Just like Smooth is saying, all right, they really do suck. I mean, they're just constantly making mistakes. The men are just they're so demoralized. They don't care about what they're doing. They don't want to be out there fucking killing civilians and shit like that. They're not like, they don't believe in the cause. They're out there to get a fucking paycheck, and they don't get paid that much. So they really don't fucking care. Plus they're risking their lives for this crap. So it's as simple as that. It's like it's not like America. People always think, oh, Russia, because there's like a lot of land or something that Russia's that there's some big fucking power. They are not. I mean, they were fucking nothing fucking in the 90s. They totally collapsed. They had to start back over. Yeah, they have a lot of nuclear bombs that they'll never be able to use. When you think about World War III going on right now, World War III is not happening right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, their fucking Air Force is not an Air Force, man. They're not fucking, they're not like, they can't go up against Russia. Okay, they can't challenge Russia in the air. It's as simple as that. It's not like, I mean, it's much better. That's why they're Turkey sending them drones and shit and not fighter jets. They're not going to go to try to have an air war with Russia. That is for certain. Yeah, trained by NATO, but I'd say that's more fucking NATO than anything. And I mean, really, it's like fucking everybody in Ukraine's like in a fucking militia. Back in 2014, Ukrainians asked me to sell them drones. No shit. They sent a bunch of 19-year-old boy conscripts into Ukraine without telling them or that they were going to war. Yeah, I bet. Smooth is a drone expert, isn't he? No. He likes to think he is. They are going up against Russia. Russia has yet to get air dominance over Ukraine. The air attacks are cruise missile launched from inside Russia. Yeah, I mean, and you see, and it's scary coming in, even for Russia. I mean, like bringing in their attack helicopters and shit, dude. They're getting lit up by the Ukrainians, and using their javelins and their other RPGs and shit like that. That'd be really scary, being Russia. Bring in any kind of aircraft over there, because not only that, they also have American trained, soldiers and shit over there, and they teach them they're fucking like special operations soldiers and shit. They get taught Americans, our techniques and our tactics. And so they would have definitely been taught and given the equipment on how to fucking cloak and hide themselves from thermal imaging from Russia and shit like that. Like, like their stuff's real easy to hide from as opposed to like America's fucking sensors and shit. Like the Russian sensors are much easier to hide from, and they know exactly how to hide from it. So the Russians don't even see these guys with the javelins and shit. They're totally hidden from heat, thermal imaging and infrared and everything. But anyway, yeah, why are we talking about fucking war, Anyway, I tried to contact you, saw a UFO. Really? Will MC, which one? What'd you see? South Germany. Hey, how you doing, Germany? Yeah, I agree with Paul. I'm asking Will MC, what did you see exactly? Yes, back to UFOs, correct. I'd like to know. Sorry, you guys, I totally wasn't prepared to come on here. I didn't even know until I saw Gyro's text, like, hey, where the fuck are you? Yeah, I didn't even know that there was like notifications. Normally, the notifications don't ever go out. Uh, so I didn't know that people were actually like thinking I was going to come on because I was just testing out the features. So I'm not really prepared for the show. So I'm kind of just, winging it. China's another military that's, people are, fucking China get fucked up too. And it's like, and how many people you have in the military is irrelevant now. I mean, when back in the 90s, when we went to war with Iraq the first time, Iraq had one of the largest standing armies in the world. They had like 1 million-man army. And I think we had like 250,000. So they had like 4 times as many soldiers as we did. And we fucking annihilated them. It was like the most one-sided war in history. It was fucking crazy. Thank you, Dinkum, for putting up my email. Yeah, Iran's already, dealing with you know, their bullshit and their civil war or whatever at Syria. It's like, what is like Iran going to start going over and helping Russia invade Ukraine? I fucking doubt it. I doubt that China will get involved in this Ukrainian thing. And you got to understand that, so many fucking countries are pissed about what Russia is doing in Ukraine. Like they're so fucking mad about it that they're just getting sanctioned to fucking death from, normally it's like America, we sanction them all the time. It's like all the time we sanction them. They're like, yeah, whatever. So they don't care about that. But like everybody is sanctioning them now. They're getting it just really fucking bad. And then even their closest allies are like turning their back on them. It's like even China's like, well, we don't want anything to do with it. Like, like so. It's all around just a bad idea for them to, you know, for them to try to do the same thing. I mean, who they fucking who they do that to? Who they annexed last week? Crimea or whatever. The only country that likes Russia anymore, other than the usual suspects, is India, right? But notice how like we think all those countries are, like all the ones that we consider bad are all the communist, like Russia or China or like in North Korea or whatever. Yeah, maybe Kim Jong-un will come and help them. I heard him saying on the news, they're like, well, if Putin gets backed into a corner, he might use chemical weapons. We fucking will not. Shut the fuck up. You know what? That just so reminds me of fucking, uh, 2004 Iraq war. with them making up excuses to go to war with Saddam Hussein, to go to war with Iraq. Like, oh well, he's got weapons of mass destruction. No, he fucking did not. No, he did not. And they're like, oh, he's getting backed up. He's going to use them. No, use what? He didn't have them. What the fuck are you talking about? What up, Michael Franks? How you doing, buddy? I was right. Yeah, Crimea. Okay. America going into Iraq is pretty much the same as Russia going into Ukraine. No, it's not the same. Okay, because America was, and is supposed to be considered the good guy, so it's not the fucking same. Russia, people are like, well, yeah, they've always done fucked up shit. Every time they've tried to do good, it was just, it was always a facade because they were doing something bad behind it. Like, like people just expect them to do fucked up shit. And they're just the state is all corrupt as fuck. And, they don't care about their people. And it's just, people just expected to, they just come to expect that from Russia. At one time, America was considered the fucking, like, at least we consider ourselves to be fucking good, that we were like on the, the side of righteousness and justice and, but not Russia. So no, it's not the same. So when we went into Iraq, it was fucking terrible, dude. It was just the most upsetting thing in the fucking world, man. And the fact that we were able to even go in there because our government at the time was willing to take advantage of such a tragic situation and then use it as propaganda to convince people that we should go to war with a country that had nothing to do with it. Because, well, why even go to war with Iraq? Well, you can't go to war with Afghanistan because Afghanistan doesn't have an army. And also we want someone to go to war with, even though the country had nothing to do with it. I mean, Afghanistan didn't attack us. It was Osama bin Laden and a terrorist it's a terrorist organization. It was like a gang of people and there was no country. So, the Al-Qaeda doesn't have a country. They don't have a military. We should have just went in there and fucking annihilated all of them and went and arrested all of them and put them all to, sentenced them all to fucking death or whatever. Instead, we're like, oh, we need a country to go to war with. Because they were like, well, we're going to use September 11th as an excuse to warmonger. And that way the defense contractors get more money and we can make our money. And it was so fucked up, dude. I couldn't believe how evil we were and tried to pretend that we were good. So if Russia gets their asses kicked real bad and looks like they can't win, that's when they'll get scared and think about using nukes. That's what they say. That's what they are trying to say, which is fucking ridiculous. Kyle, you got Discord or something? Mr. Times on Google Plus with Qubit. Oh yeah, I know, right? I don't have. I may have had Discord at one time. Oh, I got that the new Google Chats or whatever. What I'm interested, Kyle, that's what I'm interested into. Is there going to be a UFO sightings throughout these areas? I'm interested to see. Gyro makes a good point. He's saying, Kyle, that's what I'm interested into. Is there going to be a UFO sightings throughout these areas? I'm interested to see. Absolutely. Gyro makes an excellent point. Yes, there is going to be UFO sightings throughout these countries that are going to war with each other. That is a fucking fact. And who is it? The Project Galileo with Avi Loeb and all those guys and Lou Elizondo and everybody. That's where if they have the equipment ready to go, that's where they need to set it up now, which is obviously would be very difficult, but that would be the place to go. Yeah, so that would definitely be it. Hey, what up, UFO man? How you doing, buddy? any pyramids in Ukraine? I don't think so. Are there? I don't think so. What kind of megaliths do they have in Russia? More like dolmens and stuff, I think, are like for the megaliths out that in that area, in that part of the world are more like dolmens instead of like pyramids. Um, hey, what up here, Rigo? How you doing, buddy? Mason about using AI. I wonder if this is not just a bigger picture to find out. What? What the hell is Mason about using AI? What the fuck does that mean? um, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of UFO incidents and sightings that are going to be taking place over Ukraine and Russia right now. And legitimate. There's also going to be a lot of misidentified craft as UFOs. But I mean, also at the same time, you should be able to tell the difference. I mean, anyone like us, we could tell the difference. Any proofer should be able to tell the difference. We live in the dopest of times, right? Yes, we do. And they talked about using AI and strategic points. That's what I'm wondering about. Oh, I had brought this up years ago, and this was in the UFO report that was released by Congress. And but 3 years prior to that report being released, I put out a video, and you can go and look this up. I put out a video talking about what would be the best way for the government to find UFOs, like with their resources. Uh, and in that video, I declare that if the government, if they really wanted to find out where to find out if UFOs existed or whatever, that what they could do is use AI, to and build an algorithm, or a predictive model, software that would, or make a predictive model by aggregating all the UFO information that it has. So every single UFO report that's ever been from around the world, the time, the date, the location, the sighting, the shape, the distance, all that stuff, aggregate all that information, and then make a predictive model on where and when the next UFO would show up. And in fact, that's what they are doing. And I predicted that years before they admitted to it. Now, were they doing that years ago, or when I was talking about it? They could have been. It's not like I'm the only person to figure that out. I'm just saying I had said it and brought it up before it was announced, like 3 years before it was announced that they were doing that. And I don't know if they were actually doing it back then or if they were planning to do it, but that was very interesting, dude. Kyle, looking alien, where? What up, Tyler? How you doing, buddy? They said UFOs helped Ukraine in war by attacking Russia. I believe it's true. You're fucking crazy, Renee. uh, yeah, that's for real. That's what I think. I think that that's the best way to use. Uh, that's the one of the best ways the government could, find UFOs or whatever, is by using AI. I think they've probably been doing it for a while. Uh, I think that they've probably gotten some craft out of the ocean, or probably like Bob said, that it was probably on, recovered from an archaeological dig, which is really cool, or something like that. Like I've said before, there are several ways that makes perfect sense that countries could have come across UFOs, and America back in 1989 having 9 different UFOs. They could have came from anywhere in the world, and any country in the world that found a UFO before us, we would have been more than happy to buy it from them and acquire it that way, with making sure they all kept their mouths shut and we bought it from them. The fact is this, is that even the other big countries, after Russia fell, whatever, there was been no superpowers since America forever. Nobody, even if one of these, like China or Russia or any of these guys a long time ago found a UFO, there's nothing they could have done with it. Even Russia, there's nothing they could have done with it. So basically the best thing, here's a country offering you tons of money for something that they're not going to be able to do anything with. Sure, I'll sell it to you. Yeah, so it makes perfect sense. I could see that it might have happened a couple times where a country may have come across a UFO and sold it to America for a crazy amount of money, and thinking, well, they can't do anything with it anyway. So they're going to spend years reverse engineering it, and even then, like the one Bob Lazar worked on, it's so far beyond us that, at least back then anyway, there's nothing we could do to recreate it. Like when he's talking about element 115, it's like that. He's like, yeah, we could synthesize it, but only atoms. We could never synthesize usable quantities, not with what the technology we have now. It's simply impossible. Yeah, Will MC saying, if the Russians want, they can take Ukraine 24 hours straight. No. So you got to understand. So they're not just fighting like the Ukraine military. It's not like there's two fucking sides. Like, okay, we're going up, going to war. It's the Russian military versus all of Ukraine. Okay, like the people there are ready to fight. Everybody's ready to fight in the Ukraine. They're all ready to fight for this shit. And there's a bunch of refugees and shit. These are people who are unable to fight, just like physically, for whatever reason. And it probably breaks their heart, but they just can't do it. And so the best thing for them to do is to get out of the way. But everybody who's able to do it wants to stay and fight. They're happy to stay and fight. It gives them honor, and they're proud to stay and fight. They can't wait to fight. The military in Russia, these guys don't want to be there risking their lives, killing them for nothing. They're not gaining anything by doing this. It's not helping out the Russian people. It's not doing anything for them. They're just risking their lives for a paycheck. So they're really demoralized. They don't really care to be there. They don't believe in what they're fighting for. So there's a big difference. And so you can't think that, Russia has a military that can just go in there and fucking kick ass and wipe everybody out. It's not like that. Plus, Ukraine has a lot of support from America, and they have a lot of NATO and a lot of other countries giving them even more support now, and they're getting equipment and aid and everything, and a lot of stuff is better than what Russia has, and they're getting equipment and having tactics they're being able to use against Russia that is far beyond what they should have, especially going up against a country like Russia, and they're like their drones and shit like that, and they're cyber soldiers and shit is it's really devastating. The Russian military. I mean, obviously, Russia has a much larger military with a lot more punch and can do a lot more damage. But it's supposed to be that the military fights the military. That's how war takes place. That's what we all agreed on in the Geneva Convention. We all agreed, fucking soldiers fight soldiers. That's what war is. If a military starts wiping out civilians, that's warfare. That's not war. That's fucking, that's war crimes. They're committing atrocities and genocide, and that's not war. That's illegal to do. You can't. You're not supposed to have a country's military fighting civilians. That's not war. But that's what Russia seems to be doing every time they go and they blow up a fucking school or whatever, and they're always like, oh, it was our mistake, our bad or whatever. It's kind of fucked up, but and then with the Ukraine, not everybody's in the military, even though everyone's like fighting for it now. They're not. Ukraine has more people in militias than they do in the Ukrainian military, and the militias are going to be armed and provided aid just like the military will, from the CIA and shit like that. We'll make sure that they get whatever they ask for, like whatever they need or whatever we think they need. We'll make sure they get. If their guys are willing to fight, we'll provide them with money and food and weapons and all kinds of great fucking cool stuff to kill with. Kind of crazy. The soldiers have to follow their orders no matter how stupid they are, or they go to prison. Yeah, right. Exactly. And that's how it is everywhere, unfortunately. But if you had people questioning your superiors in the military, no one would ever win. That's the whole point, is that you don't fucking question them. You don't have to know the reason why, but it makes sense though, because how would the world be if every kid questioned their parents about everything? Nothing would ever get done. The whole world would be in chaos. That's why it's like, listen, you don't need to understand why it's time to go to bed. You just need to go to bed because I'm telling you, go to fucking bed or I'm going to knock you the fuck out. It's simple as that. You don't need to understand why you have to eat dinner, okay? You just have to eat it because I'm telling you. You don't need to know why. It doesn't matter why, okay? The reason why is because I said so. That's why. So that's how it has to be with the military. It's like the head guys in the military are the parents, and everybody else are the kids. And the kids don't need to know why. They just need to do what they're told, because the adults know best. Is unfortunate. And in reality, the parents don't always know best. Sometimes the parents are fucked up and the kids are way smarter. But unfortunately, that's just how the world goes. Single Wide Samurai. What a cool name. What's up, buddy? They'll probably shoot anyone defying orders, just like Stalingrad. I doubt they'll shoot them. I doubt it. I don't think they're like that anymore. Take them to jail, yeah, definitely. But shoot them, I don't see it. Just like where people always say, like, it's the CIA. Well, they were. They were out there killing people, because they're in the CIA. The CIA, it doesn't go around murdering people. Yes, they do kill people. There are times where they have, shit set up where they have to go and kill people. That is true. But this is stuff that is fucking goes through Congress, goes through everybody. And this is something that's, it's given blessing. Like they're ordered to do this or whatever. And they go and they, their mission is, their objective is to go and kill this person or whatever. That does happen. All right. But they don't just go around murdering people. They don't just go and fucking murder people to, to start a conspiracy somewhere. It's not just full of a bunch of murderers. It just doesn't work like that. The real world is much more boring than the conspiracy theorists like to think it is. That's what's sad. And I was arguing with people the other day where everyone was like, on Alien Addicts channel where everyone was saying, "Oh, wait, well, can't the, why can you trust the government? Why is it okay to trust the government now, but we couldn't trust the government before?" I'm like, well, you guys all give the government way too much credit. Like, you guys think the government's all getting together in a dark room smoking cigars, like, okay, we're gonna lie about UFOs and confuse everybody and all this shit. Then they're not that smart. It's that you got to realize something like that requires so much forward thinking. All right, that these guys would be just like the world's greatest chess players, and believe me, they are not. All right, the people in Congress, I bet you are fucking, just like second graders could beat them in chess. You get what I'm saying? Like, these guys are not like great forward thinkers. They don't think very many moves ahead. And for conspiracy theories to work, you have to, be a forward thinker. You have to like think 10 moves ahead. And it's hard and that's really hard. Okay. And believe me, I'm a huge chess player. I love playing chess. 10 moves ahead. It's so fucking insanely difficult. I mean, it's insanely difficult. 2 or 3 is pretty normal. If you want, 6 or 7 moves, it's like what's where you want to try to be, to be more than your opponent. Hopefully they're at 4 or 5, but to have a conspiracy workout, you need to be 10, 12, 15 moves ahead, which it doesn't work. Most of these guys are idiots. What up, Caleb? How you doing, buddy? You're an experiencer? Me too, buddy. Feeling you. Yeah, people in government is kind of a cross section of society. Lots of smart people, some dumb ones, and so that depends. Most of the people in government are usually pretty smart or smart enough to have smart people around them, and then there's a lot of dumb ones, and then there's a lot of ones that are too smart for their own good. A lot of times there are people in the government who do stuff and pretend to be dumb, and they're actually much smarter than what they're showing you. They're only pretending to do that as a way for them to get more money. They're lying to their constituents, and they know what they're saying is wrong and shit like that. Like, but they do it anyway for their hustle to get money or to get what they want. It's fucked up. Like Mitch McConnell's not just, he's not like just this fucking evil fucking guy. He's really fucking smart in his evilness. There's reasons behind why he's not just the stuff he's doing. He's not just doing it because he's a bad guy. He's doing it because he's smart and he's trying to figure out a way for him to get fucking money. Does he know what he's doing is wrong? Of course he does. He just has no moral compass. He just doesn't care. Because everyone else, that's what everyone else does. So that's what he does. And this party, you're able to do it easier than the other party. The dumb ones are often the ones that get elected and get sent to DC. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what's unfortunate. Caring are two different things. I think being dumb and not caring are two different things in general. No, I agree. Like your government tricked a bunch of sheep to vote for Biden. No. The government didn't have to trick people to vote for Biden. All right. Yeah, that the government has nothing to do with that. That's on the politicians themselves. That's literally, that was Trump who did that. All the people who voted for Trump or voted for Biden was simply because of Trump. People who probably, there might have been people who hated Biden, but were so happy to go and vote for him just because they wanted to get rid of Trump so bad. Yeah, I mean, but the fact that, like, okay, so you guys heard Trump talking about uh, Putin being a genius, and he's like, well, him and President Xi and Kim Jong Un and Putin and all these other guys, they really like me. We all relate. We're just like each other and stuff. He's basically saying he's a dictator. He wants to be a dictator, and they all understand him. And I mean, come on, you guys. I mean, really, that's the thing. That's all he was. He wanted to be a dictator. The problem with Trump is, and I don't know if you guys realize this, but a lot of people. I actually just seen a story about this not too long ago, but I had known this a long time ago. But first time I'd seen people talk about it in the media, where Trump, he didn't know what a president did. He didn't understand what a president does and shit like that. His idea of being president was my idea of being president when I was like in first grade. All right. That's like his knowledge. That's as far as his knowledge went. Is like, as much as I knew about what the president was when I was in first grade, that's how much he knew about the president as an adult, because he thought the president was like a king and could just do whatever they wanted. That he was just like, oh, the president. He had no idea that the president, that there were other parts of the government that were equal to the president's power. Like, he had no idea about this. This blew his mind. He's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What the judicial, the legislative, what the fuck is that? What do you mean they have as much power as the president? He had no idea that there were 3 equal branches of government. He didn't know that. Like, he was like, what the fuck does the Supreme Court have anything to do with? What are you talking about? Like, how are they equal with me? I'm the president. Like, no, they're equal. He's like, what? He just didn't know. He thought that, oh, I'm the president. I'm, commander in chief of everything. And, or he hears commander in chief. So he thinks, oh, that means I'm in charge of everything. You're commander in chief of the military. Yeah, but even then, you don't actually give, you're not out there making battle plans and shit like that. You're just, mainly you're just, you're supposed to be a voice of the people. And that's really what the president is supposed to be. And then you have, the legislative and the judicial part. But he thought the president was a king. And so that's why he admired Putin and President Xi of China and Kim Jong Un and people who had total control over their country, where they're like kings. Basically, they could just do whatever they wanted to get away with it. That's what he was always going off about. He's like, read this article. It says I can do whatever I want. He wanted that to happen so bad, which is, thank God. I remember he didn't know who the president of Puerto Rico was. Oh, him. He didn't realize that. That's what's fucked up, dude. I know, like that. It's so fucked up. God, man, it was embarrassing. Like, there's so many things that he did that were just total embarrassments. And he just got punked out and made him, people knew how to they knew how to get to Trump. He wasn't very educated. He didn't like school. He didn't like smart people. He didn't want to have to read anything. He just wanted to be told. He just likes to sit around and watch television. And, it just, and then that's the sad thing is that the people that voted for him, these aren't people that normally go out and vote. They don't really care about politics per se. They care about popularity and they shit like that. So I don't think they realize what damage he could do, and the kind of damage he has done. And I was hoping that there'd be a lot more to block him, but then having the Republicans run all 3 branches of government, and still his shit was so fucking bad and so stupid that he was still getting thwarted at every fucking stop, because even his own people were like, you can't do that. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, are you serious? Like, just like the most insane stuff that just made him look so retarded. Like when he said like Alabama was going to get hit by a hurricane, and they're like, no, we're not. Don't tell that, because people were going to like evacuate them. We're not getting hit by a hurricane. And then he goes and has a map put up, and he draws a fucking extra line on the map to be like, look, It's around like, oh my God, dude. Like, really? This guy's our president? Like, he had fucking MBS over in the White House, and he had like a, a poster board with like pictures of jets and anti-tank missiles and stuff. And he's like, and the price underneath, he's like, look, and we sold this to these guys. Like, he's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, oh God, he's so embarrassing, man. You guys remember that shit, dude? You guys remember, like, he would sit there in the fucking White House and they'd have all the cameras around and all the people and shit. And he'd sit there like this. He would sit like this. He was so fucking scared and shit. He was so uncomfortable. You could just read his body language like this. And that one time when the lights went out, he's like, oh, is everyone okay? Okay, okay, we're all okay. We're all like, he was just scared out of his mind and shit. Like, it was just weird, man. You know? Man, Trump was better than Hillary picking a fight with Russia. Fucking, you know, Hillary would have been fucking terrible too, just because she was I wouldn't have wanted her to win because she cheated. At least fucking Trump, he got his votes, you know, for real. Like, he did it for real, as opposed to like, you know, she robbed Bernie Sanders from the beginning and cheated her way to fucking nomination, buying off all the fucking all the votes for herself. You know, basically, like, then having like TV shows and stuff or news channels put the fucking like the House votes or whatever up for her before they even voted and shit. Like, it was just so ridiculous, dude. Just totally robbed Bernie Sanders fucking blind. And so it would have been fucked up. If she won, it would have been so just corrupt. And, you know, I would have been just so fucking disgusted, you know. Yeah, you know, then Benghazi or then Epstein, what? You know, first of all, Benghazi's not even real. That's fucking ridiculous. That's just a Republican attack. It's not even fucking real. This is stupid. Trump was comedic gold. I know, dude. You know, it was just fucking crazy how much, like I said, you guys, UFOs got disclosed. Okay, they admitted UFOs existed. The Pentagon admit UFOs exist, and no one fucking noticed. The whole world, everyone's just like, yeah, whatever. What did Trump tweet? That's all they cared about. That's all they cared about was what was Trump doing today. That's it. That's a fucking, you know. I was rooting for Rand Paul or Sanders. Ugh, Rand Paul. Sanders, fuck yeah, he was a man, dude. Oh, God, man, oh, God, it fucking pissed me off, dude. God, Sanders would have been fucking great, dude. Oh, God, he would have been so good. You know, I'd love to get, you know, but it's like the Democrats are so fucking stupid. God, they disgust me. The world cares more cares about the Kardashians more than Closer. You're right. It's the fucking superstar, right, Caleb? Exactly. Yeah. So, what else in the UFO world? Before we get stuck on fucking politics again. I'm sorry, you guys. I know we're a UFO channel, and we're always getting caught up in fucking politics, and I always feel so bad, and it sucks because I'm ultra fucking political as well, and you know, politics is a big part of my life, and you know that when I turned 18, that was my whole. When I was like, I get to vote, and I was so that's all I wanted to do was make sure I could go and vote, get my fucking voter registration card when I turned 18. I was so happy. I didn't care about being able to go buy cigarettes or go to the strip club. I cared about getting my voter registration card. I was like, yes, I can vote. I was so happy about it. I've been into politics for a long time. I hate fucking bringing it up on here, dude, but it happens. Yeah, name the founding fathers. No idea. Name all the Kardashians. They get them all, right? Who? You know, I don't know any of the Kardashians. Well, I know the founding fathers, but I don't know any of the Kardashians. The only one I know is Kim Kardashian. That's it. I know there are other ones, but I don't know who. I know one of them was married to Kanye West, but I don't know which one. But one of them was, I think. Secure Team 10, what, posted a documentary end of 2021. All garbage, yeah, right? The only one I know is Kanye. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the other ones are. I don't have a fucking clue. But anyway, all right. So in the UFO world, authentic UFO. I know the Kardashians. The cops pulled behind me and my car dash in. What is that? My Kardashian. I love it. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. That's right. Wade, how you doing, buddy? Uh, Same shit, different day, right? Exactly. The Kupia, am I saying that right? It was better than the Showtime UFO bullcrap for sure. No, it wasn't too bad. I ate too many mushrooms over the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wake up Monday for work. Oh man, that sucks. The dad is now a mom, right, dude? Fucking Bruce Jenner, dude. Right, but then, uh, so well, you know what I could do? I should maybe I should. Uh, I do have so I have some of my UFO videos loaded up that I've been working on. Just trimming them down for time and shit like that, and then adding filters and stuff like that. And these are the videos that I haven't released. Uh, and all I needed to do was do some narration, really, and I was going to do that, but I kept pushing it off. But maybe I could just do where we could do one now, and I could just kind of go over it live. I guess I could just do that maybe. Problem with the UFO doc is most of them go nowhere, or some of the people in them are obviously mental ill, right? That happens with a lot of them. That's a big problem. uh Authentic UFO saying, let's do it, right? Maybe we should. Okay, so, well, sounds good. All right, Michael Franks. All right, Will MC. Yeah. Caleb said, fuck yeah. All right. Okay, so I got a couple different ones. I got some of the base on the mountain, or I got some of the egg-shaped UFOs coming real close, which is really cool. I got a couple of those loaded up. So which one? What should we do? The base on the mountain. Egg real close. Yeah, the egg one is real fucking cool, dude. I mean, like, it's fucking. Well, I mean, like, it's you fucking see it fucking coming all over. I mean, like, It's like fucking. It's not like it's at night, so it's not like fucking. It's up close. I'm talking like it's this giant fucking egg UFO in the fucking sky. It actually goes real. It's real low. It fucking flies all over. It's actually really crazy fucking video. It's pretty cool. 42. I love it. Let's see here. Okay, hang on. Let me take a look. Oh, hang on. I got to return my cams here real quick. All right, sorry guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Oh wait. All right, sorry guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay, into that one, and then all right, I think okay, we're back. All right. Hey, thank you for the $5. Australian is not real. Just ask a flat earther. I love it. You fucking rock, dude. We're all in a simulated multiverse, but there's a virus in the program, right? Exactly. Hello, brother. I had to look for you. A resubscribe. Oh, what up, Star Wolf? Yeah, I'm glad you looked for me. Awesome. Thank you. So, egg UFO. Okay, dude. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's share my screen. All right, and see. Can you guys see? Yeah, there you see. Okay. All right, so you see, we got this fucking egg-shaped UFO here, and how do I remove the comment? Okay, yeah. So I got this is we can see that the look at this guy. It looked like it's over the city. It's so high right now, but it actually goes lower. This is pretty cool, man. So it's like at a certain that goes down and then it actually starts going back up. It's actually really cool. Oh, there we go. Now you can see that better. All right. Yeah. So, what came first, UFOs or the eggs? Right? Exactly. Yes, someone is hitting it with the laser. That is me. What's cool is that it actually comes all the way around. See, now it's actually you see it's actually lower than it was just like a minute ago. It's actually like going down and then it'll start to go back up. Yep, shooting with the laser, right? This is in Arizona. This is in Bullhead. Yes, this is my footage. Uh, and yeah, and I have more of it too. So it's actually really cool, man. And actually gets better than the other footage, but this one's pretty cool. Oh, it turns out it was Starlink. Yeah, yeah, I've had that happen to me too. Uh, yeah, right. It's cool footage. Yeah, it does. It does react a little. It does react a little bit. It's kind of cool. Look how like low it is now, dude. So see how it was up in the air and then it went low. Now look, see, I'm just there's a little scene where I'm showing you how it was up high and went down low. Um, Look at this thing now. It was so cool to see it go up in the air and then go down. And it actually will go back up. But I mean, like whatever it was just this egg-shaped UFO was actually just traveling just barely above the ground, man. You know, as you can almost see little like a light on the side of it, and it's actually kind of cool, man. You're not scared at all to point a laser at it. I'd be tripped out. Got kids to live for. Yeah, well, I didn't have kids back then. Um, this was from 2014, and no, I didn't. I didn't care at all about shooting the laser at them. It didn't even phase me in the least, dude. Kyle about I shot footage from a drone, but I was watching a YouTube copy of it. Look, absolutely amazing, but it was just a big long line with the sections that looked like it was glowing. Oh, for the Starlink. Yeah, like you could tell this. Oh, is this the part where you get all the fucking weird flashes around it? This is kind of cool too. Oh, wait, okay, all right, check this out. Look at this thing just flies fucking weird, man. Like, look how smooth it just flies, dude, as opposed to like anything else. Like, this is really cool. Okay, it's about to. You'll see it like flying from behind this antenna here. You see, there's actually an object up here float like blinking in the sky. I don't know what that was, dude. The egg-shaped UFO just went right by it though. But you see, this thing went like from one end. Oh, it's going all the way around me, and it's still the same egg-shaped. Like there's nothing different about the UFO from being in this side to being over this side. It's still the same shape and light, and it's always like this big egg ball of light. See right there, I've zoomed in on that little um flashing thing in the sky. I don't know what that was. If that was another UFO or what that was, in the sky. No, it didn't make any humming noises or anything like that. Not that I would have really been able to hear. I was on my roof at the time. There was a fucking and I was in an apartment complex or as a duplex, and like had a big air conditioning on. This is in Arizona and stuff, so I don't think I would have heard a slight humming noise. Look at these weird flashes though around this motherfucker. There's actually a better one of that though. See, the thing just kind of so. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that one real quick. Yeah, so that's a really cool one. And I have some. Oh, you know what? I guess we could show this one real quick. All right. Yeah, that's thank you for my sketch as it was, dude. Thank you. Let's check this out. Let's see. You see the weird flashing? All right, hang on. I'll watch this. And look up over here. I think it's coming up, dude. It'll be over here in a minute, man. This is actually the moon coming up behind. This is actually like a palm tree right here. And these were some lights that I was focusing on, but I couldn't figure out what they were. But then I started seeing these flashes of light, and this is right around the time when I was going to the base and everything, and so weird shit would happen all the fucking time around me, dude. And like, look at these, just popping up, just bing bing. Oop. This is the weirdest shit, dude. I swear to God. Now watch. Wait. I think it's coming up. Look at this, just weird little flashes. I don't know what they were either. They're like flashes came from like nowhere. See, I'm like trying to zoom in on it, like where the flashes even coming from? Like what is down there? Like, what is actually flashing? Look, see, nothing. Just it was just flash. Like I'm like, what the fuck is this flashing coming from? It would just flash like in the air. See, isn't that weird? Look at that, dude. This is weird little like ghost flashes, dude. There's like no source from them. And then look up here. Look at this. Boom, just light up over here. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Just lit up. And then bam, just boom, just gone. Like I missed it. But it actually comes back again later. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the bass, huh? Yeah. Right. Yes. No. This one I don't believe is night vision. This is just a straight. Um, this is just a straight camera. This is my Sony Handycam. Alien HQ base on the mountain. I have that loaded up. Well, some of it. There's a couple different videos from it. Right. Yeah. So and like I see, I don't even know what that motherfucker was. See, this is what I was trying to tell you like 6 months ago, and you completely ignored me. Everyone did. What are you talking about? Except I've never been able to get them to show up on camera. Those must have been extremely bright. Yes, exactly. That's what's interesting is how fucking bright they are, dude. Because it's hard to get that shit to show up on camera. And what part is this? I think the light's going to show up one more time over on the side. Yeah, no, he's right. It's interesting. The cameras don't pick up starlight at all. Like it's so difficult, insanely difficult for a camera to pick up starlight. Like it's crazy, you know. Shut up. Like right, like 100 feet away, flashing on and off. Yeah, I have daytime footage too. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. See it lit up again over there.
Stay here.
See that? Okay, pick up starlight. Yeah, you have to have certain kind of cameras specifically for picking up starlight, though, because normal cameras just won't do it. You have to have something that has the kind of sensors to actually pick that shit up. Yes, it is very difficult. I think that was it for that one. Yeah, right. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I have some daytime shots of shit, but all right, so all right, the only thing I could have been Tristle was a drone, but I didn't see it move at all. I watched it for 25 minutes, and the town population is about 1,000 people. It was around 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night. All right. All right, here we go. So here, check this out, you guys. I guess we'll share this again, and here we go. All right, so this is going to be difficult, but I'll explain it to you so you guys understand what's happening. Otherwise, it might not make much sense. But this is actually on the fucking mountain. This is the base. This is the alien base on the mountain. All right, and what's happening is the camera. It's very hard for the camera, like we were just talking about, for the camera to pick up fucking light. So everything that you're seeing is extremely fucking bright because cameras just don't pick up fucking light, man. But this is not in the air. This is in the mountain, okay? And there are fucking UFOs flying in and out of this portal, all right? This entrance of light. These UFOs are flying in and out of, and I mean, you can see it now, but you'll really see it in a second, and it becomes crazy where you start seeing these weird fucking patterns, and it starts making these like weird geometric patterns around it. And it sucked for all the fucking little orbs and shit that I could see going in there that you couldn't pick up on camera, dude. Oh man, it's like there's a fucking bunch of them you can't really see. Like I see it, but it might look like fucking static to you guys. I don't know how well the resolution is picking this up, like screen sharing it. This is fucking crazy. Yeah, I want to take some people to it, dude. Yeah, actually, after this footage, I'll play some of that footage smooth. I totally adjusted it, and you think that's crazy. Wait till you see that footage. It's fucking cool. It's the same footage as this. It's just I mess with the gamma and a bunch of other filters and shit. So it kind of blocks out all the little video fuzzies that are popping up and shit, and you just see just the bright parts of the UFOs, just a craft. Type 56S1, hell yeah. At this time I was going up the fucking mountain to the base. So at this time I was probably maybe a mile, maybe. And just disappear, and they just fucking close out. Boom. All right, so okay, so I went and I put it into a VLC media player, and so this is the same video, but this is so I got rid of all the black fuzzies and stuff, and you can see like the different temperature, the different lights and stuff like coming up on this fucking thing. You can see all the different UFOs like going in and out of this fucking thing way better. Like every spot you see on here, and this is like where a UFO would actually fucking be flying in and out of it, dude. And it's like every time, look at that. Look at these. Look at that. So fucking crazy, man. And it seems like every time you see like a blue light inside that orange one, that's like when one would be coming in and out of it or some shit, dude. But it's like shows like the intensity of it. It's just pause. Sometimes I fucking pause it to adjust the zoom in on there. This is badass. Hell yeah, it is, dude. Look at this. That's me like fucking adjusting it, and gotta get it back in the frame. Right? This is cool. Look at that, dude. I'm telling you guys, man, I'd go up to the base and I would watch fucking UFOs go foo, 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 coming in and out, dude. I watched them go fucking in, come out, and come fly straight fucking at me, dude. Right fucking over top of me. Like it was fucking nuts. You actually email me. It'll be easier. Dinkum, you still on here? Can you put my email address up? Look at this, dude. And see, it's what's crazy is, I've gone to the base on several different occasions. And then that one Angel chick or whatever the fuck talking about an alien base in the Mojave Desert that she wanted to take people to. And she said this like a week after I said it on Alien Addict's show. I was like, this bitch is trying to fucking copy me. But it turns out she's just fucking insane. And she doesn't know where I was wondering. I was like, does she know where the base is? Because I was like, maybe she does. Because I mean, they fucking brought me to it. So I'm like, maybe they fucking showed her or something. So, and it's not like they as an alien came and showed me or something, like I was like, like guided to go there. Like, I felt like this is where I had to go until I realized I'm like, this is fucking, what is this place? Fucking, so I figured they might've done that to somebody else and maybe they did that to her. So if she knew where this base was, and okay, cool, but she doesn't know. I was going to, test her by being like, just show me anywhere on a map near where it is, and then I'll know where it's at. And obviously she wouldn't have been even close. So no, they never made they never make a sound, dude. And it just disappear. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Right? Uh, yeah, and there's some, and I got some other footage of it that's really cool too. Uh, yeah, man, that's just the craziest fucking place, dude. You know, I just see the craziest shit. Yeah, man, fuck. God, when I think about that fucking place, man, like how I even got there, yeah, it was just mind blowing, especially because all of it started in Indiana and it ended it like it like culminated in fucking Arizona. So it was like, you know, it went from one state to another state, like and you know, like the sightings just kept building up and getting crazier and crazier and you know, hmm, they swarm around like insects. Well, I mean, not really insects. I mean, like and they didn't really, you know, they would just fucking fly into this thing. I would see them in the sky, and they go all the way up, and then they drop, and go right into the fucking base, and then right into it. And then sometimes I'd see them coming across the fucking mountaintop range, right into it. And sometimes I'd see them coming up from the valley, going up the mountain and into it. Like they would come from like all different directions and go into this thing, dude. And and then it was I would see them come out of it. They would come out and they'd go up into the sky and then they'd fly over. Then sometimes they'd come out and they'd go down the fucking mountain range and then across the fucking valley. And I'd see them going across the valley just a couple of feet off the like just like barely. They had to be like skimming the top of cactuses and shit. Like I'd see them coming down and they'd go across the valley, just fucking skimming across, and then they'd just disappear or they fucking take back off and go up into the sky. Like it was so fucking crazy, man. It was sometimes fucking they would come straight down and fucking right fucking at me, dude. Come right over fucking top of me, man. And like it was nuts, man. You know, yeah, some crazy shit happened. You know, I mean, like, yes, area Indiana's where the one came the sphere UFO that I could have touched is in Indiana. You need to get up here to Mount Blanca by the great sand dunes here in southern Colorado, San Luis Valley. Lots of crazy history. Oh, I bet, man. You know, yeah, right. I mean, it's fucking crazy, dude. And it's like I never wanted. I had such a hard time telling people. I never wanted to tell anybody because I felt like I didn't want to betray like the UFO people, if there are people in the UFOs, I guess, or whoever runs the UFOs. I didn't want to like betray them. Like I felt like maybe they told me and expected me to like keep it secret or something. I mean, it's not like they ever asked me to or something. It's not like that or anything. But I felt like well, if they wanted other people to know about it, then they would just let other people know, like they let me know, or or possibly maybe I was maybe I got lucky at being able to figure it out, or um, I was able to pick up on whatever uh, and so I knew where to go for some reason. Maybe they didn't want me to know or something, and I figured it out without them wanting me to know. And you know, there I just a number of different, you know, there could have been a number of different reasons why. I don't know, but I just wanted to keep it to myself because I was afraid. I didn't want people going up there without me, because I didn't want something like bad to happen. uh, and I figured if anything, I know where it's at, and it's like they basically led me there. I feel, and so at least I know that when I go there, it was open, and like all the times that I went there, it would open up, and so I'm like, I don't even know if it opens when other people go up there. I have no idea. So I don't even know if that would work or not. But I wouldn't want somebody to go up there and do something bad or disturb it. Like I wouldn't want people going up there and then I don't know, shooting at it or something stupid, or maybe they call the military and they come over there and they bomb the fucking place. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want anything bad to happen to it. I wanted to make sure that it just kept doing what it did, and I just made sure I wanted to be able to watch and see what was going on. So I figured, well, if anything, if I'm going to tell people that what I could do is take a handful of certain individuals that I feel like they would allow them to see it as well, go up there, and then we could document it, and then we could just leave or whatever and let them do its thing. Ever get a telepathy message? No. Yeah, I don't want to start an alien war or anything like that. And it's not like is this live right now? Yes, Pro Scooter, this is live. Yeah, it's live right now. We're definitely live. Yeah, I never got a satanic message, or not a satanic message. I never got a telepathic message saying, like, it's never like that. It's like it's just it's like a feeling. It's like an urge. It's like you remember something that hasn't happened yet, if that makes any sense. It's almost like deja vu, kind of like that, where you feel like, oh, like or if let's say you're supposed to do something really important, and then you forget what you're supposed to do, okay? But you remembered that you were supposed to do something important. Has that ever happened to you guys? You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh fuck, what was I supposed to do? I was supposed to do something really important, but I forget what it was. But you ever have that happen? That's what it's like. So I'm like, I would like, oh, okay. So I wake up, I'm like, I need to go see a UFO, but I don't know where they are, but I know they're out this way. I got to go this way. And so you'll be going out this way, and you'll like, okay, I've never been here, but that was the road right there. Back up. But that was it. I didn't know it, but then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's it. You like remember it, even though you have never been there. It's weird. That's the best way to describe it. So it's just like it's like a gut feeling that it feels right. You're like, oh, this makes sense. Okay. And so you go with that one. And then I just did that. And at first it would start out, I would see UFOs, and the UFOs eventually led me to a UFO base. But I didn't know if that base was meant for everybody. So like, I never wanted to say anything. I felt like maybe it was, I felt privileged that I knew about it. So, maybe I was being greedy or something. I don't know, but whatever. I didn't want anything to fucking happen to it. I still don't want anything to happen to it. Like, I don't want to go there and try to fucking go inside of it or something. Well, I don't know, maybe, but I don't want to disturb it. Because whatever's happening there, that's, I bet you they've probably been there for a while, especially like just the name of the place, of the name of the mountain and shit where it's at and everything, just like the names and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's probably been there for a while. It's on Spirit Mountain. It's like these people were seeing spirits, they were seeing crazy shit. Yeah, they've probably been seeing that shit for a while, dude. So it's probably been there for a while. You know what I'm saying? My elders have been telling the story of generations, and I will share. You are welcome, and on my land to have your own experience. Hell yeah, dude. Sounds good, Star Wolf. Connected with what we are doing on this planet, right? I bet you get satanic messages all the time, right? Maybe. No. Don't be starting galactic wars, right? I don't want to do that. Yeah. So yeah, that's that's my dilemma with the base. But then, of course, what's his face got me to. We are what we have been waiting for, right? Alien Addict got me to come out and tell everybody. So I figured, well, now that I told everybody, I might as well. I figure if I'm going to tell everybody, I'm you know, you can't just do it at that. We got people are going to be like, let's go. I know. If I heard it, I would be like, well, you can't just tell everybody, oh, it exists, but you're not going to take anybody. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? So I prepared myself that, okay, well, if I'm going to tell people, then I'm going to tell people the truth, which is we can go. That's a definite. I will absolutely take people up there to go. That was 100%. I have to figure out who, of course. And obviously, I don't want it to be too many people, but I definitely want to take like a group of people that are, into UFOs, who probably, who deserve it to see it. And then we can document it and then leave it be. And it's like, it's not even really necessary I don't even feel like we have to fucking document it per se, as in once you go up and see it, because I've seen it many times without filming it or anything. And I'm telling you, it makes no difference. When you fucking see it, that's it. You're just like, holy shit, dude. It's fucking real. Like, what the fuck is this doing here? Like, oh my God, dude, what are they doing? What's going on in there? Like, this is fucking crazy. So filming it or documenting it really, it's cool, but it really doesn't mean much when it just comes to that you get to know, like, oh my God, now that I know, like, oh, you have a secret, like you're like, the whole world would love to know this, and yet I get to know this. So you kind of feel a little special about it. Like, yeah. So we could document it. Which we probably should, but it's not like a huge deal. What matters to me is that I would like to take other people up there to see it, so that other people know this is where it's at and this is what's going on. And, they even, there's just a record of it in at least that sense, that other people know that that it exists, that I'm not crazy. Which I already know I'm not crazy, because I've actually, someone else has actually come up there with me and seen it. So I already know for a fact I'm not crazy. It's not like I'm hallucinating it because I've had another person up there with me to see it. So, but I'd like to take more people. I think it'd be cool. If I didn't have to sit on a plane for 25 hours, I would come. Also, Dinkum is saying that he's from Australia. Yeah, see, that would suck to sit on a plane for that fucking long. What does UFO Man think of all this? I wonder. What does UFO Man think of it? Is he still on here? Tim, you still on here? And now it's like seeing old friends. Yeah, kind of. That's. I mean, that's probably a good way of putting it. Maybe that's the control center for Mother Earth. It could be. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing in there, but uh, they do have right by there is also a place called Christmas Tree Pass, which is full of all these kick-ass ancient Indian petroglyphs, man. So that's a really cool thing, man. And I think it's interesting that they call it Christmas Tree Pass because I'm like, this is out in the middle of the fucking desert of the Mojave Desert. Like, there is no Christmas trees anywhere around. There's nothing even resembling a Christmas tree anywhere around there. Why is it called the Christmas Tree Pass? And I wonder if that because they might be seeing weird fucking lights and shit like you see on a Christmas tree up there. Maybe. Who knows? Uh, so I have no idea. They sent me an email. All right, Mark, definitely. Yeah, I think it's like yeah, it bothered me for a long time that uh if I had problems with people, just merely believing my UFO stories, what's it going to be like trying to convince them of a alien base inside a mountain? So I thought it was just like, well, you know what? I guess this one's just for me. Because if I have this much of an issue with just my UFO sightings, that's like the alien base is just fucking, that's just forget it. But, uh, it's like I never forget about it. I think about it all the time, actually. It really is fascinating. It really, I mean, it's so cool, dude. And then, and I have a clip. Maybe we should look at it now, but so there's a point where the 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 base is like it starts like getting excited. I don't know if that's the proper way to put it, but it starts like powering up or something, and and then boom, this UFO's fucking on top of me, and uh, I don't remember what happened after that. In fact, I don't remember I don't remember what happened until my ex girlfriend and I were driving home. But it was uh, it was really interesting what I caught on footage, like what I caught on camera. Um, I guess it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe we should just take a look at it. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on one second, you guys. Sorry. Let's see. right, so okay. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, almost like it's kind of like a lost time event, except well, I mean, I don't really know if it's lost time, whereas I just don't have the memory of it. But I just can't remember. Um, but it could be lost time. I have no idea. Um, uh, all right, so I guess we'll take a look at that. Um, all right, here we go. All right, so this one I'm actually a lot closer to the getting close up on the base this time, and this is it right here. This is the. I wish you guys had a better resolution and frame rate with the sharing the screen. I don't think you guys get a good one as I do, but yeah. See, let me see. Okay, so you got the um. So see this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right there. I don't know if you guys see that thing. Okay, now this fucking appeared down below the base. I don't know what the fuck this was. But this is actually the fucking the base up here. But did you guys see that thing though? Uh, but look at this fucking thing though. This would we'll go back. Sit play. Look at this. Boom, look at that thing, dude. I don't know what the fuck. Okay, but look here. Now, as we gotten closer up to it, then this thing this base starts to fucking, I don't know, like power up or something, or and then see, and sometimes it fucking will dim down and then it get real fucking bright again. Boom, did you see that? Look at this. Boom, look at that. See that? Something just fucking shoot right out the motherfucker, dude. I don't know if you guys saw that. See the line? Let's see. Boom. Something just shoot right out of it. Okay, just wait for it. Look at this thing. See, and you can see just like the one video with the little lights going around it. That's like UFOs zipping in and out of it and shit. This is just a lot closer. See that? Look at that shit, dude. Boom. And then I'm fucking walking up on this thing. In the dark, by the way. So I'm tripping over fucking bushes and shit. So, yeah, so you guys gotta remember, like I'm stumbling. Sometimes the fucking thing just shuts down real quick and then it fucking lights back up, dude. I'm on my fucking way up this fucking mountain, walking up to it. And it's like I can't hold the camera on it the whole time. A lot of times I've just put my camera down of like it's facing like towards the ground because I'm just walking up the hill, getting closer to it, or up the mountain. Now look at this shit, dude. This is right after the UFO flew right over top of me. Look at this fucking shit. These are just fucking still frames from it. Look at this. I don't know what any of that shit was. And look at this fucking this other shape coming. Look at this fucking crazy. Look at that. What the fuck was that? There's a fucking base, and there's another fucking one that opened up next to it. Look at this fucking shit. I just pause it so you can see it real quick. Look at this thing. I mean, what the fuck, dude? So yeah. No, that's fucking me. I'm walking up a fucking mountain, fucking on camera. I'm trying to fucking walk up there and fucking see this fucking thing, dude. You know, and then there's sometimes I'm putting the camera down because I'm just fucking getting tired of holding it up. I'm trying to walk it up there, and then I'm watching fucking UFOs go in and out of this thing. And you could see it as like the one video before where they see the ones lighting up around it. You could see it in this video as well, just not like the other one. It wasn't as defined, but there's little ones lighting up around it. They're going in and out of it. And then one of them, boom, comes right over my head. It just fucking lights up, and it's just fucking, I get video of just weird fucking shit that just happened, like just weird shit, like within a couple seconds. Like in a couple seconds, there's just weird fucking frames of, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was up there. What was that? I don't even know what it could have filmed, what it could have caught. I have no idea, but something. But I'm up on a fucking mountain in the middle of the fucking dark, dude. So it's not like there's nothing, there's no houses or anything around me, dude. You know, I'm trying to fucking find my way through the dark, up fucking over fucking bushes and rocks and shit, dude, climbing up towards this fucking thing, man. You know? Keeping that moment for yourself. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Look, I caught some bright white triangle-ish things flying through the screen so fast that I didn't notice them until I was looking later. No shit, dude. That's cool. Home at 2 a.m. It was a 20-minute drive. We made it home at 5:35 this time. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know. You got me, but and like I said, but it was after that, like I'm like, I don't remember what happened after that except for the drive home. So I don't remember getting up to the base. I don't remember climbing back down. I don't even remember getting in the car. Like I try to remember it, but I'm like, I can't remember it. The next thing I know is after that, the next thing I know, we were fucking just driving home, and my girlfriend's head was on my lap, and we were just driving. That's just the last thing I can remember. Obviously, shit happened for me to get to that point, but I just don't recall what it was. But there's just some weird fucking shapes and shit on that fucking, that I got freeze framed, that I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude? Like, I don't know, but really cool. I think you see how the thing started like powering up like that and shit. Not fucking neat. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So, right, total head job. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what to think of that. Where my banner going? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, right. So here's my one experience. Did you guys see this? That's cool. My boy Olive Rockner drew that for me. I had this commission. I asked him to, paid him to do this for me. But he's really good at doing UFO artwork and shit. That's a black sphere. That's supposed to be me, that's like seeing it. Here's the owl and shit, dude. The owl's actually on a tree, but he drew an antenna, which works just the same, I think, And actually, if you look close at the UFO, you can see like a reflection of me down here and shit. It's kind of cool. I like that. I even made it into like a little opening for my newest videos. Here, check this out.
2, 1. This is not a dream.
Pretty cool, huh? I like that. Have you met them face to face? No. Do you do drugs? Yes. Are you an AIDS-lian? What the fuck is an AIDS-lian? I have no idea what that is. It's like it's an alien with AIDS, I think. Is that what that is? Ask Blake and Brent to make me an intro song. No, that's okay. Plus, I write all my own music. Fucking, I don't need their help. All the music I have on my channel, I fucking write, dude. Obviously. Like you gotta remember, in their music videos, they're just pretending to play instruments. I actually play it. Oh, Barbara, is that what that is? Okay, yeah. An alien with AIDS. Yeah. I don't even know if I can play that. Like, I'll get in trouble for fucking playing that, dude. She's a super freak. I think I'm gonna get busted for that, dude. Yeah, I got an email. It's oneUFO4truth@gmail.com. I bought me a Rap Master keyboard at Radio Shack 93. You can make your own music and everything, beats and everything. Hell yeah, dude. Well, what's your number one favorite band? Insane Clown Posse. Have you seen an uptick in sightings since the war broke out? I've heard there is more activity during war times. Any insight on that? Yes, Kyle Jones, that's the definite. I haven't heard of any more activity, but I know for a fact that it's true. Excuse me 1 second. Actually, I got some friends over, so I gotta dip out for a minute. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. Piper, be quiet. Piper, shout out. My dog's insane. But yeah, thanks you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll see you guys next time. All right, UFO proof. All right, later, you guys.